A few simple disciplines practiced every day starts to create success. Not at the end of the first day. The first day is the end of a new beginning. Every new discipline affects the rest. Every new discipline makes a difference. That's why action is so important. The smallest action, the least action. The action that you won't think will matter. It all matters. Take it. Because when you start accomplishing and the value starts to return, you'll find inspiration to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Imagine what life would be like if we didn't have to make our bed in the morning, or keep our garage clean, or pay our taxes, or show up for work tomorrow. Wouldn't it be fascinating? What do you suppose would become of us? Not much. For whatever the reason, the system we live in and contribute to is designed to make the easiest things in life the most unprofitable, profitable. It seems to be the most difficult our world is, and always will be. A constant battle between the life of ease and its momentary rewards, and a life of discipline and its far more significant rewards. Each has its own price. The price of discipline or the price of regret. The second lesson of discipline is that it's a full-time activity. And we've said that the best form of discipline is consistent self-discipline. You see, the discipline that it takes to make your bed every day is the same discipline necessary for success in the world of business. The discipline to organize your garage is the same discipline to organize your business. All disciplines carry through to affect all parts of our lives. If we're disciplined in just one area and lazy in another, guess what? Pretty soon, the lazy side will creep in and destroy the disciplined side. The bad habits in one area of our life will eventually destroy our self-discipline in the areas we've been working on. Consistency cannot be inconsistent. Discipline is the mind being trained to control. Discipline is a set of standards we impose on ourselves, a personal code of conduct. Once we adopt these standards, we commit to honoring them, and if we don't, there can be no disciplined activity. The third step to becoming consistently self-disciplined is a philosophy that holds one of life's unique promises. For every disciplined effort, there is a multiple reward. Everything of value requires discipline. Children, for instance, require unwavering and consistent discipline to understand what's right and wrong, acceptable behavior, and boundaries. The most valuable form of discipline is the one we impose on ourselves. Don't wait until things deteriorate so drastically that someone else must impose discipline into your life. Your life, my life, the life of each one of us is going to serve as either a warning or an example. In the end, it is your own discipline that acts as the magic catalyst to give substance and depth to your ambition, to achieve your own plans and dreams. Humans also need words. Words nourish the mind, give life, and create insight. The mind needs to be exercised, refined, and stimulated by debate. We need both sides of the human drama represented. That's why we study both good and evil, health and illness. We need to give voice to both sides of the issue to strengthen our own arguments. Our personal philosophy needs to be developed so we can see the opportunities on the other side, so we can maximize those opportunities. This is the twin challenge in developing ideas and philosophy and strengthening all of it. The battle of the mind is significant for us every day. What to think, what not to think. It's a continuous process of growth and development, a journey toward maximizing opportunities and avoiding dangers, both within ourselves and in the world around us. We need to take our future seriously for ourselves and our families. That's why the first step to having a great year is to get serious. Study, learn, grow, change, and develop. Don't forget to learn from your experiences. If you want to solve problems or seize opportunities, you need to keep learning. We can't just give you a plan and expect everything to work out. We have to spend time learning and improving. When things don't go well, don't give up. Learn from it and try again. This is how life changes for the better, by educating ourselves. Don't be lazy when it comes to learning and growing. That's why you've heard from people sharing their stories and ideas. Learning is the key to wealth and change. So, let's learn, make our dreams come true, and get smarter together. A few simple disciplines practiced every day, and you've started a whole new process, a whole new life. And if you keep up that process, not only with your health habits, but with your money habits, your communication habits, your sales habits, management habits, and every other habit that you've got, if you'll start that process, eliminate the errors, and replace it with disciplines practiced, I'm telling you, you can start this process of life change immediately after today. You don't ever have to be the same again, only by choice, errors, and judgment. A few simple disciplines. Wealth beyond imagination. Let the miracle of everything that's available work for you, and start working on the inside. Work on your philosophy. Work on your attitude. Work on your personality. Work on your language. Work on the gift of communication. Work on all of your abilities. And if you'll start making those personal changes, I'm telling you, everything will change for you. Work on yourself. Then you bring more value to the partnership, to the marriage, to the franchise, to the corporation, to the enterprise, to the community, to the nation. Self-development, personal development. The best contribution you can make to someone else is self-development. Not hasty if it isn't required, but don't lose much time. Here's the time to act. When the idea is hot and the emotion is strong, that's the time to act. Don't use the excuses they use. It's called the language of the poor. Switch gears, switch language, switch ideas, switch strategy, so that we have the power to decide what enters our minds and ultimately shapes our futures. We must be wary of the negative thoughts and self-doubt that can steal our promise and potential. Instead, we should strengthen the positive side of our internal dialogue, nurturing healthier, stronger, and wiser mindsets each day. Engaging in the debate of life, what to eat, where to go, what to say, what to do, requires us to fortify our minds with positive reinforcement. By doing so, we build a shield against negativity and distractions that could hinder our personal development and future success. Building a robust mental library is essential. It consists of visual resources, such as videos, and auditory resources, like podcasts or audiobooks. However, it's crucial not to consume only mental candy, superficial or entertaining content. Instead, we should seek out diverse perspectives, debate ideas, and form our own conclusions. It's also essential to give ourselves the chance to change and refine our philosophies as we grow. Our libraries should reflect our dedication to personal development, showing that we're willing to learn, debate, and evolve to achieve our goals. In the end, it's the daily disciplines, the small, consistent actions, that make the most significant difference in our lives. By committing to these disciplines, we can chart a course toward our desired future, avoiding disillusionment and ensuring that we arrive where we truly want to be. Now is the time to fix the next 10 years. Sometimes we need to confront reality and truth head on. When I met Mr. Schaaf, I was 25 and he was 44, bringing a wealth of experience and asking me tough questions. He posed the pivotal question: are you reading the books that will take you where you want to go in the next 5 years? It's a brilliant statement. You're either engaged in the disciplines or you're not. We must avoid disillusionment, hoping without acting, wishing without doing. The key is to assess where we are and what changes we can make to ensure we're taking daily steps toward our desired treasures: mental, personal, spiritual, and financial. Coaching can be invaluable. Taking time out to listen to someone's experiences and ideas can lead to moments of correction that prompt positive changes in our lives over the next 1, 3, or 5 years. We all need inspiration, but it often stems from self-motivation. Waiting for someone else to turn us on isn't a strategy. We must draw emotional vitality from life's challenges and opportunities. Let others lead small lives, cry over minor hurts, and argue over non-essentials, but not us. We should deal in things that matter, and ensure our actions stem from our own conclusions, not blind followership. Moreover, being happy with what we have while pursuing what we want is a great challenge. Developing our lifestyle involves appreciating the finer things in life, studying the arts, and reaching for the best within the time we have available. It's not about the amount, but the imagination. Choosing to be somebody wise, strong, and kind. Mr. Schoff taught the importance of lifestyle, even in small actions like tipping the shoe shine boy. Becoming a two-quarter person and finding joy in the greater person we are becoming exemplifies living life in style. In life, the pull is often in the opposite direction. But by making small changes, setting higher standards, and choosing to live with style, we can navigate through and emerge victorious in the journey ahead. Success is learning to move in the opposite direction of the normal negative pull. It's about overcoming the downward trend that life often presents us with. Life, like a seed, springs forth by moving against gravity. It pushes its way up against the pull of the soil. Similarly, success involves moving against the natural pull towards negativity and mediocrity. Consider the origin of the word tip, which originally stood for to ensure promptness. If we're to ensure good service, we should give the tip up front, ensuring a positive experience. Life and style is also about balance, nurturing relationships, cultivating friendships, and cherishing family. These values add depth and richness to our lives, far beyond material wealth. Success is not about the amount, but the attitude. An attitude of continuous improvement and appreciation for life's blessings. It starts with changing our philosophy, our mindset, and our habits. The key is not neglecting to do the easy things that lead to success, for neglect leads to a downward spiral that affects every aspect of our lives. Discipline is crucial. It affects every area of our lives, and every action matters. The smallest action, taken consistently, can lead to profound changes. The greatest value of discipline lies in its ability to enhance our self-worth and self-esteem. By doing our best consistently, we strengthen our character and influence. Ultimately, creating our best selves is a journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and transformation. It starts with a decision to take control of our lives and continues with goal setting, cultivating a positive mindset, and practicing self-care. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, and every victory, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. So, embrace the journey, appreciate the blessings, and never stop evolving into the best version of yourself. Start with the simplest of disciplines, and don't demean any of these disciplines. The smallest of disciplines starts the process of life change. And if you'll invest in this thing called discipline, you can have whatever you wish. It's called the beginning of a miracle. If you will get better, everything will get better for you. What a clear message that was for me. He said, if you'll change your philosophy, if you'll change your habits, if you'll refine your thinking, if you'll change and accept some new disciplines, if you'll turn the corner where you've been in the past, go for a new life for the future, he said, all kinds of remarkable things will happen for you if you will change. Here's what we must learn to do. I didn't go to work to try to change circumstances. I went to work to try to change myself. And I picked up that promise my teacher shared with me, that if I would change, my income would change. If I would change, my bank account would change. If I would change, my future would change. And sure enough, his promise came true for me. You know, the companies were about the same, what they paid was the same circumstances around me were the same, you know, my negative relatives were the same, but I was not the same. That's how my life changed. Things started working for me, changing my life all those years ago. We don't have to change what's going on out there. That's the wind that's blowing. All we have to do is change what's going on in here. And now, there are several ways to do that. The first subject he called personal development. We must learn from personal experience. Pretty simple. Learn from what happens to you. Take a look back over the last few months. Did you make some mistakes? How could you correct those for the future? Take a look back over the last year. Have you done it right or done it wrong? Let's correct it for the next year. Mr. Schoaf asked me when I first met him, he said, "Mr. Rohn, how are you doing? You've been out there now 6 years." And I said, "I'm not doing very well." He said, "I suggest you not do that anymore." What a simple, swift analysis to my situation. He said, "If you keep doing it, the next 6 years will be like the last 6. You don't want that to happen. Let's make the changes." So, learn from your personal experience. Second, other people's experiences. That's me, other people. That's your teacher. That's your friends and colleagues, the people you meet that can pass along to you their experiences. What's happened to them, the mistakes they made, how they corrected them, how they changed their health and changed their bank account and changed their income and changed their future. Other people. Now there are 2 kinds of people to learn from. One is failures. It's too bad failures don't give seminars, right? That would be valuable. Have them tell you how they lost it all and threw it all away, threw their health away and threw their friendships away and things didn't work out well. That would be valuable. But now then, we must also learn from positive people that have done well. They've got the health. And so we ask them, how did you become so healthy? They've got the skills, so we ask them, how did you become this skillful? They've got the income, so we ask them, how did you get here in such a short period of time? So now, here's what's important in personal development, in learning from other people. We learn, number 1, by observation. We learn what we see. We watch people that are successful in what they do. In sports, we watch their disciplines. In business, we watch their disciplines. Second, we learn by what we hear. Learn by listening. And then listen to the sermon on Sunday morning. Listen to the lectures. Listen to the teacher. Listen to someone who's got something good to say. And then, number 3, is vitally important on personal development, and that is read all the books. All the books you can possibly read in your lifetime. Mr. Schoaf got me started on my library. I've got one of the better libraries. And then I started keeping a journal. One of the major things my teacher taught me was to keep a journal. He said, don't trust your memory. If you hear something good, just make a little note and write it down. So I would suggest you do the same things that impress you. A poem that impresses you when you attend a class, some of the ideas that impress you, jot them down. You read something in a magazine, write some ideas, take those out, put them in your journal. Keep a good journal the rest of your life. This will serve you well. So I want the same thing to happen to you. Value captured that you can resort to later. Go back over it and review it, and let it become valuable to you. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Develop the skills, learn the lessons, take the classes, absorb all that is being taught to you these days. And then later on, of course, you can sort it out what's valuable to you and how to refine it for your business and for your life and for your future. But the main thing is to get it and start this process of personal change.